Hey guys, we have to remember, we have to keep this in mind, okay? This holiday season, Jesus is the seasoning for our reasoning. Wait, that's not how that goes? Hey friends, what is up? Today we are going to spend some time planning for the New Year's. Next week, I promise we will resume our study in the book of John, so just hang tight. I promise. It is so important that we start the new year on the right foot. This year, life was a bit difficult for many people. So in order to prepare for next year, we are going to spend some time today to plan. Today's question is, how can I make time for God in 2021? So today we're going to go over 10 things that will help us spend time with God. Number 1, pause. Sometimes we need to pause, slow down, and take a step back. When we are going too fast, it is really hard to tell what's going on around us. In order to know where you want to go, we need to pause and reflect on where we are going. We need to take a step back to look at the bigger picture. Bruh. And that's exactly my point. When we go on a journey, we have to look at the bigger picture from point A to point B so that we know what to do. Now, we may not know what the actual journey is going to be like, but looking at the bigger picture will help us prepare the best we can. The same is true when we try to spend time with God. We need to pause, slow down, and think about where we are going. Number 2, make room. There is a story in the Bible when Jesus saw how people had turned God's place of worship into a marketplace. He drove out the business people because all that clutter and noise were preventing people from being with God. So in order for us to have enough time for God, we need to make space for Him. We need to make sure our lives are not overcrowded with too many things. Number 3, fill the space. We also need to fill our space with things that will help us be with God. We could commit to reading the Bible for maybe 10 minutes a day, or depending on how much you can read. You could listen to a worship song, or spend some time writing down any questions you may have. Fill your space with things that will help you in your journey toward God. Number 4, rest. Resting in God gives you a chance to hear from Him. More importantly, when we rest in God, we learn to enjoy Him. King David is a perfect example of someone who knows how to enjoy God. He says, "One thing I ask from the Lord, this only do I seek, that I may dwell in the house of the Lord all the days of my life, to gaze upon the beauty of the Lord, and to seek Him in His temple." When you rest in God, you will find greater strength to do His work. Number 5, get a friend. Walking in this journey by yourself is not easy, so make sure you have a friend who you can talk to about God. Doing life together is better than trying to figure everything out by yourself. Number 6, think about others. Thinking about others in this pandemic can be quite difficult. But focusing on other people helps us engage with God. Remember, Jesus has the heart of a servant. Putting other people's needs above our own helps us to know Jesus more intimately. Number 7, focus on meaningful relationships. We make hundreds of interactions with people every single day. In a world where we exchange likes so much, sometimes it is easy to forget relationships need to be much deeper. A great question to ask yourself is, do I have meaningful interactions with people? Number 8, be consistent. In the story of the tortoise and the hare, the tortoise wins because it is consistent throughout the race. So it is important for all of us to go at a healthy pace so we don't burn out. Try to go at a pace that is suitable for you.
Bruh.
Number 9. Be honest with God. In the coming year, there will be good times as well as difficult times. God understands how we feel in every single situation. So it is important for us to be honest with God, whether we are sad, happy, or even sometimes angry. The important thing to remember is trust Him in every single situation. And finally, number 10. Be with God. Whether you are at work, at school, at home, or washing the dishes, wherever you are, God wants to be involved in your life. Make sure you don't confine God into a tiny little box. He wants to be with you.
Wherever you go.
So there you have it, guys. That's my top 10 tips of things you can do to spend more time with God this year. Just remember, do what works for you. The point of making this list is so that you have a plan. Having a list will help you tremendously in a time of need. So I hope you guys found this video helpful. Again, Happy New Year, and I'll see you next year.